Hi everyone. Many of you would have heard about the term U value in your building physics calculations or while checking building standard codes like ECBC or GRIHA. In this video, let's see what is U value or thermal transmittance and how to calculate the U value of a construction system. Thermal transmittance or U value is the rate of transfer of heat through a structure. It is defined as the amount of heat lost through 1 square meter of the material for every degree difference in temperature either side of the material. Its unit is watt per meter square Kelvin. See, from the image, it is clear that when the U value is higher, the transmittance is more. That means there is more heat transfer through the structure. And when the U value is less, the heat transfer is less and it is a better insulated structure. Now let's find out how to calculate the thermal transmittance or U value of a building envelope or any construction material. There are 3 steps involved in the calculation. The first one is to calculate the thermal resistance R of each uniform material which constitutes the building unit. There is a formula for it, R equal to L divided by K, where L is the thickness of the material in meters and K is the thermal conductivity of the material in watt per meter Kelvin. The thermal conductivity values of different materials, of the common used materials in India, is available in SP41, Handbook for Functional Requirements of Buildings. I'll show you in the next slide the details of the thermal conductivity of the materials. So this is the first step to find out the thermal resistance R of each of the material. The second step is to find out the total thermal resistance RT. That means if a wall is taken, there will be 2 materials. There will be an interior plaster and there will be a brick structure and outside there will be again a plaster. So for the thermal resistance of each of the material is calculated in the first step, and in the second step a sum of both is taken. Not both, whatever materials are there, it is taken. Now, along with the R1, R2, R3 of different materials, there is something else called 1 by FO and 1 by FI. It means the interior heat transfer coefficient and the exterior heat transfer coefficient. When air hits the wall at the outside, there will be some friction. The heat transfer with the effect of that friction is called the interior heat transfer coefficient. That Fi corresponds to the interior side and Fo corresponds to the exterior side. The values are some constant values which is again described in the SP41. So with these values we can find out the total thermal resistance. And the third step is to find the U value. It is the reciprocal of RT, total thermal resistance. So there are 3 steps involved. Calculate the thermal resistance of each material, then find out the sum along with the Fi and Fo values, and then the reciprocal of the total thermal transmittance. The reciprocal of the total thermal resistance is a U value. These are the values given in the SP41. As you can see, this is the source, IS SP41 Handbook on Functional Requirements of Buildings. It is published by the Bureau of Indian Standards. So with this we can see thermal properties of building and insulating materials. So with this, for different materials, there are different building materials given: burnt brick, mud brick, RCC, reinforced brick, brick tile, plaster, all these things are given. For each of the material, what is the density, thermal conductivity and specific heat capacity is given. Now for the insulating materials also it is given. So almost 67 materials are given in the standard. And this is the Fi and Fo values. The following values of surface heat transfer coefficient and air conductance have been taken for the computation of various parameters. So for the outside it is 19.86 watt per meter square Kelvin and the interior it is 9.36 watt per meter square Kelvin. Now when there is an air space, this is the values of the conductance. Like this is taken when there is a cavity wall construction involved in the building. Now let's find a small example of calculating the U value. We are going to find out the U value of a 19 cm thick brick outside wall provided with 1 cm thick plaster on both sides. The first step is to find out the thermal resistance of each of the material. So from the table which was shown in the previous slide, we have to find out the thermal conductivity of burnt brick as well as cement plaster. For burnt brick it is 0.811 and for the cement plaster it is 0.721. And the heat transfer coefficients are given below. So we have found out the interior. There are 3 layers in the wall. There is brick in the center and thick plaster on both sides. So for first and third layer is same, the brick plaster. So for that K1 and K3 is 0.721 as we found out from the table. And for the burnt brick it is 0.811. And the thickness we have to convert the 1 cm to meters. So it is 0.01 meter, 0.19 meter and 0.01 again. So we have to find out the thermal resistance of each of these values, each of these materials. So resistance is found out by L by K. The thickness is 0.01 and conductivity is 0.72. So we are finding out these values. And then in the next step we have to find out the total thermal resistance. So for that we are adding 1 by Fo, 1 by Fi and the resistance of the materials. And now we are finding out the U value by finding the reciprocal of thermal resistance. So the U value is coming up to 2.385. Similarly, we can find out the U values of any construction system. Like if there is a cavity wall, where there is a plaster, then brick, again cavity, then again brick and again plaster, or a composite wall with different types of materials. For each of these, in a similar way, we can find out the U value. Now, where do we apply the U value? The concept of U value is when the U value is lower, the building construction is more insulated. So when you don't want to allow the exterior heat into interior, then the construction system should have a lower U value. So it controls the heat transfer through the building as required by different climatic conditions. And there are different building standards like ECBC, Energy Conservation Building Code in India, which ensures the optimum use of energy for space conditions. In such standards, they prescribe the optimum U value for different climates. This is an example for different building types. In each of the climate, what is the optimum U value of the opaque assembly? Opaque assembly means the building as brick or whatever construction system which is being used. Opaque means everything except the fenestrations, the windows or roofs. So this is an application of the U value calculation.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you find it useful. Thank you.